Hi guys, so in this video I'm gonna take you with me on a project that I'm currently working on an app that is in the mobility industry, and what they want to figure out is how can we find keywords they have the capabilities to rank high for. So what I want to show you today is how you can use suggested search terms to your advantage. When you are in the Apple App Store, you can type in your search term. What you get then is suggestions based on your source search term. And we're going to take a look at it a little bit more closer, and I'm going to show you a tool that you can use these suggested search terms to your advantage. I'm just going to take you with me and we hop right in.
So what we begin with is I'm thinking about what is somebody typing into the Apple App Store, thinking about the psychology that is behind them. What kind of intent do they have? In order to do that and to figure out who I want to reach and how I'm going to reach them, I'm basically thinking about the target group and then also about the keywords they type in. So for example, here we have a client that I just started doing the suggested keywords analysis. And what I do is I have something that I call source keywords. And these are keywords that came like from my brainstorming that I did. And when I'm brainstorming, I'm basically having a list of 100, 200, 300 keywords that I'm combining with different tools. So now I have those source keywords. What I can do now, you want to maximize your reach, and by targeting suggested search terms, you definitely do that. Because Apple is giving us the data that, well, there's actually search traffic. So I'm searching right there where people actually are typing in keywords. I'm going to show you a tool that I'm using. It's called The Tool. One of the ASO tools, how they call it, is Keyword Suggest. What I can do right now is basically that I can type in a keyword, the country, and the store that I want to search more suggestions for that keyword. And what it does is basically it substitutes you taking out your iPhone, taking out your iOS device, and then typing in those keywords manually. But let's just do that. So we go for Germany. My client is in Germany. And then we just take one of our source keywords. We could also take an English keyword. And what we get is we get those results. And here we can see the tool automatically matches our suggested or our source keyword with different suggestions like rent plus A, rent plus B, C, and then this goes through all the alphabet. And at the end we also see here are some numbers, so it also matches numeric characters. And then based on that, what we can do is we just figure out what is relevant to our target group. Of course, if you don't have a lot of traffic, ranking for a highly searched term that has a lot of competition, which we will figure out in the keyword analysis step, will be a hard nut to crack. But nonetheless, in the brainstorming part, like in the keyword collection part, we don't limit ourselves to competition or something like that. In this part of the whole research process, we just put down keywords that are the most relevant to our app and that are that we expect our target group to type in order to find an app like ours. So for example, we see here rent a car. That's an interesting one. We also see rent a car club. We see something like a branded search, rentalcars.com. Maybe that is just a website and they don't have an app and people are just typing that in order to find something like that. Rental cars written together. That's an interesting one, because what I can do is, this goes one step deeper. I can now take that and then get suggestions based on the suggested search term. So is there maybe a long tail that is interesting? And here we see rent a car club, which probably doesn't have the highest relevancy. You could nonetheless try and put it into the App Store, put it into your ASO tool and see what kind of apps are ranking for it. But this is basically the process. So what I'm doing, I'm taking all of these source keywords, putting them into my keyword field, and then I get new ideas for keywords. Yeah, I hope this video was insightful for you. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. I thought I will just, I might just share this little trick that I'm using. Yeah, keep optimizing, and I'm seeing you hopefully in the next video. Bye bye.